Early voting, including mail-in voting, was a winning strategy for candidates supported by black voters in 2020. Now, those candidates included President Biden, Vice President Harris, and Georgia Senators Warnock and Ossoff, who gave Democrats control of the U.S. Senate. Florida State Senator Shevrin Jones wants to replay that strategy in 2022. But he's now up against more obstacles this time than before. Florida's new Senate Bill 90 puts limits on voting at drop boxes. But Senator Jones wants to beat the suppression by registering 40,000 folks who normally don't go to the polls. He's leading a voter registration drive called Operation Blackout. It's an important movement for him and for the people of Florida. Joining us now is Florida State Senator Shevrin Jones. Good of you to join us this hour, Senator. You know, you were encouraging 40,000 non-traditional Black and Afro-Latino people to vote by mail in rural and urban areas in this year's midterms elections. Tell us about Operation Blackout and how you plan to reach your goal.
Well, thank you so much. First, I think it's important to know that after Senate Bill 90 passed, we realized that we weren't going to beat them in the legislature. We knew we needed to beat them on the ground, and we need to figure out what was the best way for us to engage voters, engage the low propensity voters, and even look at where we can do much better at within the state of Florida. And so we recognized that there was a group of people within our rural areas within the state of Florida, which are very, very small pockets, but can make a large difference in our elections, who we just haven't gone out to, and we have not engaged in the right way. And so, what Operation Blackout is, it is the only organization that is solely focused on using vote by mail to expand the electorate by increasing the Black turnout within rural communities. This 40,000 number that we are going after is because a lot of the elections, statewide elections within the state of Florida, all are won by less than 1%. Many of them, from Rick Scott to even Governor DeSantis, they only won their elections by over 31,000 votes, or Rick Scott's case, over 27,000 votes. And so, by going into these areas, we figured we can get these voters, let them know you don't have to go to the polls. We can make this much easier for you. We create a portal that goes into these communities, knocking on doors, engaging these people, and moving them from the portal to a mail-in ballot, and reminding them on the week of to turn their ballot in on that same week and not holding them.
It sounds like a very ambitious plan and the right thing to do from your perspective, but what kind of criticism or blowback are you getting from Republicans in the state who have really gone hard on voting rights changes?
Well, honestly, my Republican colleagues who I serve with in the Senate, they have said nothing about this because the Republicans are out working, they're out walking, they're out engaging voters. And I know that it takes a collective effort to do the work that needs to be done. And look what happened in Georgia. Georgia, it was a collective effort that happened. It wasn't just a one-sided approach. It was Stacey Abrams getting a coalition of people together to create a movement in rural, in urban churches and other areas to begin to bring them across the finish line. I think Florida, we're in the position of doing the same thing, and a lot of donors have wrote Florida off in this election cycle to say that Florida is not winnable, and I reject the premise. I believe that Florida is still a purple state. It will remain a 1% state. We have to just organize and do things like Operation Blackout to bring us across the finish line to engage our African American voters. The votes are out there.
And you're going after those votes. Thank you so much, Senator. It's called Operation Blackout. Get out the vote. Florida State Senator Shevrin Jones, thanks again for being a part of the World Tonight.